explaining. A large population of the land surface of the world has been changed by human activity, and most of these changes are occur because of people converted the land to agriculture and grazing. However, our modern world have been covered with buildings, street, highway, and other, not just development of agriculture. Nowadays, most land use decisions are not based on careful analysis of the capabilities and unique values of the land and landscape, but primarily consider on economic considerations or the short-term needs of a growing population. As the land has been converted from natural ecosystem or agriculture to intensive human use, it is generally unavailable for other purposes. When the population of the world grows, competition for the use of the land will increase, and systematic land use planning will become more important. When the population of the world becomes more urbanized and cities grow, urban planning becomes critical. Factors that contribute to sprawl. As we enter 21st century, many departments are beginning to look at ways to prevent continuous sprawling urban development. To change the current situation, understanding the powerful social, economic, and policy forces that encourage sprawl is important. Lifestyle factors. Relative wealth of the population is one of the factors that has supported urban sprawl. This wealth is reflected in material possessions, which are automobiles and homes. For the people who live in family-owned homes are free to choose where and how they want to live. Thus, a contributing factor to urban sprawl is the high rate of automobile ownership. Economic factors. Several economic forces operate to encourage sprawl development. First of all, it is less expensive to build on agriculture and other non-urban land than to build within established cities. Several tax laws also contributed to encouraging home ownership. Furthermore, business and industries are attracted to newly developed regions and are able to influence local politicians and civic leaders to support rezoning to allow for commercial development and demand tax-exempt status for a period. Planning and policy factors. Many planning and policy issues have contributed to sprawl development. There are little coordinated effort has been given to planning how development should occur in metropolitan areas. Local zoning ordinances have often fostered sprawl by prohibiting the mixing of different kinds of land use. In addition, many government policies actually subsidize the development of decentralized cities. Problems associated with unplanned urban growth. Poor planning for the growth of urban areas has resulted in a variety of problems that can be organized into several broad categories. Transportation problem, death of the central city, loss of sense of community, high infrastructure and energy costs, loss of open space and farmland, air and water pollution problems, floodplain problems, wetland misuse, geology and resource limitations, aesthetic issues.
Land use planning principles. The economy and personal needs of the population are a central driving force that requires land use decisions to be made. A basic rule should be to make as few changes as possible, but when changes are suggested or required, several things should be considered. First, evaluate and record any unique geographic or biological features of the land. Second, preserve unique cultural or historic features. Third, conserve open space and environmental features. 4. Recognize and calculate the cost of additional changes that will be required to accommodate altered land use. 5th, plan for mixed housing and commercial uses of land in proximity to one another. 6. Plan for variety transportation options. 7. Set limits and require managed growth with compact development pattern. 8. Encourage development within areas that already have a supportive infrastructure so that duplication of resources are not needed. Mechanisms for implementing land use plans. Bringing state or regional planning agencies. State and regional planning is often more effective than local land use planning because watersheds, groundwater resources, and many other important geological habitat characteristics cross local political boundaries. In addition, a regional approach is also likely to prevent duplications of facility and lead to greater efficiency. State and regional planning bodies are also more likely to have the financial resources to hire professional planners to assist in the planning procedure. Purchasing land or use rights. Privately owned land is desired for special purposes. It must be purchased from the owner, and the owner has a right to expect to get a fair price for the property. Landowners may sell the right to develop the land, or may agree to place restrictions on the uses any future owners might consider. Restricting use. Zoning is a common type of land use regulation that designates specific areas within a community for certain kinds of land use. Common designations are agricultural, commercial, residential, environmental, and industrial.